Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys out there. Love Them Knives channel. LTK here. Bestech, the Predator. S35VN. Blade. Titanium frame lock flipper. Oh, it's easy. And it flips so good. So good. Carbon fiber inserts in the scales. These scales are, they make these, the Predator with just regular, titanium colored, natural titanium colored scales, or the purplish hue model, which is what I got. I don't know if they call it blue. Yeah, kind of maybe a little bit-ish. But it's got this nice decorative collar around here, typical Bestech type deal. You could put maybe a coin in there and adjust the pivot, like I have not had to do at all. Wow. Centered, no blade play, no lock rock. Really, really nice. I mean, really nice. Solid knife. Love the design. And you know what? This one needs a Tanto blade. It does. There's just something about it. I think if it would have been a drop point, clip point, whatever, sheep's foot, nah. This begs for a Tanto, and I'm not a big fan of Tanto necessarily, but this one, yes. I like it. Look at the pocket clip. Not really a deep carry, but fairly deep. And the different milled surfaces on that. So you've got something going on there, and there. Titanium backspacer with a lanyard, a lanyard tie off for you, standoff type thing. So it wraps around backwards on that one, not backwards, but underneath, comes out this way. Not a lot of things going on here. Pretty open design. So what do you think? I can't remember now. I've handled a knife or two since then. Nah, well, they haven't skeletonized, but I mean, they put the inserts in the carbon fiber there. So, yeah, kind of makes it to where you really can't do much there. Yeah, you can feel the carbon fiber here. It's slightly raised above the surface. So I don't think they ever intended it to be seamless necessarily. And it's not glossy per se, like almost like a laminated, glossy, shiny carbon fiber. This is not, but it's just classy looking. It's really nice. And you've got, this radius here, your front finger choil, really comfortable in here. You have a choil, so you can sharpen the knife. That's nice. You got this cutaway in the blade. Kind of gives a little extra styling detail here that I think maybe it needs. And kind of two different cutting surfaces here. Top unsharpened swedge that comes across here. Keeps a pretty good amount of blade thickness still coming up to this tip, so that's not too fragile. Got a little bit of jimping on the top of the blade here, which is really not very effective. And so, no, it's not a real Jimp City type deal. You can feel it a little bit. You can feel it. So, yeah, maybe it helps slightly. But the action on here is really wonderful. Just wonderful. Great. Right out of the box. Whew, I'll tell you what. And, I like my Starfighter as well. Talk about, this is tougher detent. Really is. I don't know what happened here, but that's real snappy, real tough. A beautiful knife, don't you think? That's just stunning. That's stunning. And that, yes, that kind of drop point look there, but this, nah, it had to be Tanto, I think. Really like it. The fact that they did the carbon fiber on both sides, sometimes they only do it on the presentation side, and then the back side is all just like tie. But this really dresses it up. It's not a real heavy knife, but it's a pretty good size knife. You fancy, get out here. Spuddy flick. And yeah, let's give ourselves some clearance. What do you think? Just about the same. I think if we roll them back this way, change our aspect ratio, you can see about, I mean, this one looked smaller when it was out here. This one now looks a little bit smaller. So they got to be pretty darn close to the same size. Fancy? Go back. Gripster. Oh, God. Okay, never mind. How about Manny? There you go. Gripster took a trip. We'll get you later, dude. Yeah, about the same. Mannix is a little bit smaller than the Para 2. So, okay. Well, one way to find out for sure, right? Either I could pull the White Mountain knives of paperwork or show you. So 3.5 inch. I mean, depending on where you want to lay that, I mean, that's obviously to the closest point there on the scale. Otherwise, what would it be? 3 5/8, maybe. So 3.5, let's see what, 8 3/8 overall. So yeah, that's the same length as the Para 2. And so you got 21 centimeters. Yeah, right there. So, you know, about 90 millimeters on the blade length. I think this might be around 4 millimeters, but let's get on something that's maybe the fattest part of this. 3.75 millimeters. Okay. And how fat is it on the handle? About 15 millimeters. Ooh, that's pretty fat. 0.58. Okay, so let's try this one again. Ew, well. Yeah, 3.8. Yeah, right there. But yeah, this is fairly robust here then, right? Because this is about 0.6 of an inch. So that's a pretty good handful. Although it's not tall this way, is it? Not very tall this way. In fact, I guess I can show you. See? Under an inch. And of course, same there. Closed. Folds right up in the handle, doesn't it? Out of the way there, buddy. Yeah, I like that. I like the lines on this knife. If you look at it, I mean, these lines just, you know, they're not broken. They really wrap around here. I mean, that's a nice package right there. The flipping action is just incredible. You know, I think, and I've thought. Let's look at Justin's page here on White Mountain Knives. $199. Well, you know, a lot of the Wii knives are $250, so you know, so you're into that. Product description, yeah, there we go. 3.6. Yeah, I was saying, you know, 3.5, but you could throw 3 5/8 out there if you wanted to. And blade thickness, tanto, satin, blah, 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 carbon fiber, and gray. Tip up, manual, 4 ounce. That's pretty light. You know, I know this feels light. I was just wondering if they were talking. I think it's ceramic bearings, but I'm not seeing it here. So, okay. You know, I ought to tear one of these apart sometime just to kind of confirm that, and also just for the heck of it. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll have to do that one of these days. Yeah, because these will probably stay in my collection. Look at the landing zone here. Check that out. So you get a flipper tab. It's got a jimp. It's not a lot of jimping, but it's a jimp. You know, and it's very intuitive. It's set back enough, right? And there's your landing zone right there. So that consideration, you know, a lot of knives, either they've continued the jimping out here, and so you're hitting some rough areas, or not at all, and it's just weird. But This one, they really considered it. There's your lockup. It's pretty good. It's about 30%. And it's really easy to disengage. You do have a variable height here for your pass-through. Really easy to disengage. The cutouts are really nice on this. Which begs the idea, can I finger flick it? But when you see this thing buried in here, no. I mean, could you? I don't know if I can get in there. And I got pretty good detail. Well, okay, so yeah, I guess if you work on it, you could do that. Now I'm going to crush that lock bar over there, which is, yeah, a consideration. Only this lock bar is not so bad. Some lock bars that really come down here, when you grab the knife, you're putting a lot of pressure on them. Here with this, see how this carbon fiber almost acts as an over travel stop as well. Then that keeps you from crushing that lock bar so bad because it partially obscures that. But it just flips so nice. It's not a super, super strong detent though. Not really. Say, 5. I'd say around 5.5 to 6. I can't gravity flip. But this is a 5. But you know what? It's a damn good 5. It's just so hard not to open it. Can you push it out without? Okay, yeah, you can push it out without it completely deploying, but it's not easy, so that's decent detent. But it's so smooth. And I haven't done anything with this. I just pulled it out weeks and weeks ago. Probably had this couple months or more. Sitting on my table waiting to do a review. Then I did a review. Then 3 minutes of that review were silent because my microphone just quit and then started again. And I don't know how that happens, and that freaks me out. So I got to really make sure I monitor my reviews in the future. Wow, how's that happen? And I usually do. I usually listen to them all the way through once they're finally uploaded. And no bueno this time. The one time. And the viewers were like, hello? No sound. Embarrassing. In any case, this, wow, what a nice knife. I'll tell you what, you get a zipper pouch, like we had all this junk out here in front of you. But in any case, the model number, BTKT 1706 Alpha. Comes in a regular box, and this is a lot like, kind of reminds me a little bit of a ZT box, zero tolerance type box. So you got that, but inside you get a zipper pouch, and inside that you get a microfiber cloth. So yeah, you're kind of set up. Pretty nice zipper pouch, stitched logo and stuff on it. So I'm good with that. Same for the Starfighter. I'm sure it's same for the other titanium knives. And check these out, and not this particular. Check Bestech out 2018. Oh my God. From what I've seen on their Instagram account, I'm about ready to break into headquarters and see what the hell they're hiding in there. It looks really good. There's some incredible looking stuff there. So, wow. I'm just waiting for 2018. I'm in 2018, but I mean for the knives to be released this year. So I'm dating the video. Yes, I am. Because I haven't had a look at them yet. I haven't seen them in the market yet, but when they hit, I think it's going to be really interesting. It's the thing, it's not, you can make a good quality knife if you have the technical skills. You can do the renderings, and you can, you got the machines, and machines are machines. So machines can make really high quality, very precision knives. Now it's about creativity, design, being able to continue to put out one hit after another, as far as design goes. really have the vision. I think that's going to tell the men from the boys in this industry, because you got a lot of Asian makers coming into the marketplace and other people. And you know what? And the prices are competitive. The quality is incredibly good, but it's going to be, who's got the creativity to do the right kinds of designs out there. And, I don't know how they're not hitting the wall by, I don't know how you can design a knife anymore without using, design influence from other knives, because I think it's just about all been done. It's just a matter of mixing it up into different combinations. I don't know. In any case, or at least it seems that way to me, and I guess that's because I'm not a knife designer and I'm not the creative. But look at this. I mean, this is not really a satin here. That's kind of just a bead blast finish. I mean, this is satin. This here is satin, the flats. But this part, the grind part here, no, not really, is it? And will the knife be a knife? Well, will you? Will you? Okay. Yeah. Yes, it will. So yeah, it's pretty sharp out of the box. I mean, yes, it's very sharp out of the box, actually. You can kind of feel it better than you can really demonstrate it. Any case, I like Bestech. I like the G10 ones too. This is my favorite model so far of the G10 series, is the Swordfish, because it's a big dog. It's big. I mean, let me show you. Pivot to pivot. Yeah, it is, isn't it? 4-inch blade, 9 inches overall. It is big. It's big. It'll look smaller now, the aspect ratio, but it doesn't still look smaller. So that's how big it is. It's a big, big knife. And, you got the lion, and you got the scimitar, and you got, the grampus, and, the kendo, all that kind of stuff. So, wow. I mean, they're doing it, and I think it's going to go forward. So I think really Bestech is rocking it. And with the Predator and the Starfighter, my two favorites so far of the titanium issues, okay? And then they have some really smaller ones, and I haven't got into. But, wow. If they can continue down this line, or this line, I'm all in. I'm all in for Bestech. And you know what? The quality is really good. Flip crazy good. Great structural integrity. Thick, nice steel liners, but skeletonized. Great bearings. Good style. Creative on the pivots, nice there. I mean, they're doing a lot of things right here, so I'm liking it. I really am. I'm really interested in seeing what they're going to do going forward. I think 2018 is going to be a great year for a lot of knife companies. So hang on with me. God only knows what's coming down the road next. But you know what we do on this channel. We love them knives, so stay sharp.